Hi guys, this is Sherwin, a media specialist skilled in art direction and copywriting. Today, the 16th, it's a beautiful Saturday, it's a beautiful weekend, but this video will be uploaded on the 18th, 19th, or 20th. I'm not too sure, but the recording is done today, that's the 16th. The reason I don't upload videos, as I said before, on the same day is because I do record the videos, but then I don't have the time to edit and upload it immediately, so it takes a lot of time. So anyways, let's carry on with the video. So today's topic is about a very interesting topic called six thinking hats. I recently got a mail from a junior graphic designer, and he asked me like, "Sir, can you let me know what is six thinking hats?" I actually saw this in your LinkedIn profile. Before I continue, one second. If you guys are sending me emails, don't call me sir because I don't like to be called sir. You can call me Sherwin Fernandez. So coming to the point, so when I was in my previous company that was back in India, I was working for Tech Mahindra, and we were part of the creative branding team. We were sent for training. We were sent for this particular training called Six Thinking Hats, and uh, it was a 2-day workshop which we got certificates. And it is very interesting to know that Six Thinking Hats is a very powerful tool. So Six Thinking Hats was formulated by Dr. Edward de Bono. He was a physician, a philosopher, a consultant, an author, a great author, and he's written two powerful books. He's written a lot of books, but the two powerful books are Six Thinking Hats and Lateral Thinking. So coming to the topic of what is Six Thinking Hats. Six Thinking Hats, to summarize, helps you think it helps you understand the aspect of human behavior. It helps you understand the aspect of the way you think and the way you identify certain things which you didn't see, which you did not identify earlier. Six Thinking Hats basically talks about six hats, six different color hats. You have the blue hat. I'll get into detail of them. The blue hat, the white hat, the red hat, the green hat, the yellow hat, and the black hat. Now, what do these colors represent? The hats represent when you put a hat, it makes you think and understand. So that's one part of it. Now, what do the colors represent? The colors represent the blue hat represent the sky. So it gives you an overview from the sky. Just keep that in mind. You can write it down if you want. If you are interested, do write it down. The white hat represents a white blank sheet of paper. I'll tell you why. You can write it down. The red hat represents the heart, which talks about feelings. The green hat talks about creativity, branches of a tree. The yellow hat talks about benefits, and the black hat talks about cautiousness, to be cautious, like a lawyer's coat. Okay, so now coming to the hats in details. All the hats: the blue hat, the white hat, the red hat, the green hat, the yellow hat, and the black hat. Now, what does the blue hat talk about? What are the attributes of the blue hat? The blue hat connects to processes. So if you're CEO of a company, you're a director of a company, you put the blue hat on and you see that all the processes are clear of that particular project. Everything is clear. You get a bird's eye view from the sky that the entire project is, everything is intact, there are no mistakes. So you get an entire picture of the entire project that you're handling. The white hat talks about data. It talks about getting information. It talks about analyzing the project. It talks about writing that data down. So the white hat represents a blank sheet of paper or a whiteboard where you actually write data. You get information. The red hat talks about gut feeling. Now, when you guys are in a board meeting and you all have a discussion, sometimes it's not necessarily that your mind works, but you have that gut feeling from your heart that the project will work because so and so can function this way. So it is the feeling from your heart. So the red hat talks about the feeling from your heart. The green hat talks about creativity. Actually, the green hat is connected to lateral thinking, which I'll do another video someday if I do have the time. But coming back to the green hat talks about branches of a tree. So your ideas don't stop. They keep on branching out from one idea to another, from one idea to another. It keeps on rolling like a snowball effect. So you don't stop with there. But in case you're stuck, with a green hat and you said, oh, God damn it, I don't have any ideas, you immediately put a white hat and get information and data. If you check my previous videos on LinkedIn, which I posted a few days back, questions lead to ideas. That was the video helping graphic designers to understand how to get ideas. So you put on your white hat and you get information, you get data, you ask questions. Okay, so that's the way you coordinate between your white hat and your green hat. Coming to the yellow hat. The yellow hat is a very optimistic approach. It talks about positive energy. It talks about the sun, a yellow smiley face. It doesn't talk negative at all. So when you're handling a project, it will talk about the optimistic view of that project, that project is possible and it can be done. There's nothing negative about the yellow hat. Coming to the black hat is not negative but very cautious. So a lawyer, you'll be very judgmental in your thought process, in your behavior. You will be judgmental in asking questions on that project or that product with regard to can the project be done, how will it be done. When you are using the black hat, remember someone else will use the green hat and come up with different ideas to solve your judgmental questions. So this is the way the six thinking hats work. The blue hat represents an overview process of the entire project. The white hat represents getting information and data. The red hat represents gut feeling from your heart. The green hat represents creativity. The yellow hat represents benefits, being optimistic. And the black hat represents a judgmental behavior, that is being cautious. So in a board meeting, for example, when a CEO of a company is conducting a meeting, or director or manager conducting a meeting with his colleagues, he will put the blue hat. Remember that he will put a blue hat to get an overview of the entire project. You as a graphic designer too can put the blue hat and understand your project from your point of view. At times, there are people in the meeting, they will put a white hat to have information and data. At times, the hat keep on switching. So the person who's putting the white hat can actually put a yellow hat at the same time and be optimistic on the project or the product. It's a very important thing to understand that six thinking hats helps you to understand the aspect of creativity and human behavior. It helps a lot of companies, a lot of CEOs, a lot of directors in their projects, billion-dollar projects, which cost them millions. They actually help them analyze the idea of understanding the aspect of human behavior towards thinking. So six thinking hats is a very important tool to understand the actual aspect of understanding your colleagues in the meeting, what they are thinking, and also the product and the project. So I hope you guys love this video. I will come up with another video on lateral thinking. That's very important. Lateral thinking and creativity is a very powerful tool which will help a lot of graphic designers and marketing guys to understand the aspect of getting ideas in the right way. But let me be honest. Lateral thinking it won't go in a direct approach. It will go in an indirect approach. So lateral thinking helps you think to get your solution in an indirect way, not the direct way. So with that note, take care, lots of love, cheers and peace, and see you all in the next video.